Hi, we're so glad you're here. We're going to show you three of our top selling projects that are perfect for spring. There's the patio railing tray, a work table, and a planter. The patio railing tray costs about $5 and we sell it for 30 or more depending on the size. The table is made out of 2x4s and costs approximately $25 to make, and that sells for 100 or more depending on the size and your area. And the planter is about $20 to make, and that sells for 50 or more depending on the size and your area. These patterns are available on our Etsy store, and we do have full tutorials for each of these projects on our channel. I'll leave links for all of that in the description below. This is what you're going to need to build it, so let's get to it.
All right, so now we get the top made with the sides to keep things from falling off. So the two sides and this side, and they just all come up against the edge of this main table part. And then I think to be really fancy, I'm going to cut like a little notch out of each front one. I measured to the midpoint of the board, which on these ones, since they're 3.5 wide, 1.75, put a little tick there, and then take a combination square and set it up against the middle tick like that, and then draw your line across. So now you've got this nice 45-degree triangle kind of to cut off.
To give you the angle on the side of the tray. And to do that part, you could also use a jigsaw or a miter saw.
Yes. All right, so we've given these a light sanding. So we had pencil marks, because it's scrap wood. We had pencil marks from other projects or whatever, and we just sand them off. They look a lot better. They look a little lighter. Looks good. So this is going to fit together like this. And I'm gonna use brads and just wood glue to keep it all together. All right, so I measured the railing, and it's 5.5 inches wide. I just happen to have an exact 5.5 inches wide board, so I'm going to cut this the same length as the top. I'm just going to kind of line it up here. Okay, so this is what the bottom's going to look like when it's done. It's not glued together yet, but it'll have this little channel that'll sit over top of the railing to hold it in place. Put it on. Goes this way. Make sure the back is lined up even with the bottom piece. Just kind of doing that by feel.
Yeah, sorry, that's a little hard to get on video, but I think you get the gist of it.
And then we'll just put some brads in here. Make sure your fingers are well away from these brads. I've had one go through my finger before.
We're the honest DIYers.
Yeah, if your finger's too close, sometimes the brads don't go in straight and they pop out the sides. Yeah.
But these little brad, what are they called? Brad guns? This is a simple little project, but this is a great seller, especially with Father's Day coming up. This would be the perfect gift for a dad, if you made it for your dad who loved to grill, or it's just...
And you can make these as big as you want, so you can have them hold a whole lot of stuff if you make them large.
Yeah.
This one here is just fairly small, so you could put utensils and barbecue sauce and things like that on it. Grab my brad nailer. Put one here. So I tried to get this middle board that goes across the bottom even in between, or sorry, in the middle all the way down. So there's equal distance from the front and from the back. And what I have figured out is that there's exactly 3 inches on both sides when it's in the middle. So I measured 3 inches from the back, a couple of spots, and then drew a straight line across. And now I can just line on my board with that line, glue it in, brad it in place. Okay. So what we're doing now is putting these last 2 pieces on. They're kind of like the pieces that grab onto the side of the railing when you put it on. And I just found roughly the center of
the full length.
full length. And I just drew lines at one end where they're going to go. And now we'll just put them up against the lines. Backing them into place.
And this is the finished product. This is how it turned out. It looks wonderful. It's so practical, and it is a bestseller. Go ahead and make this, sell it, make some extra money. This will do fantastic for Father's Day as well as the upcoming summer. Thanks so much for watching.
Voila! Now I'm just going to make sure that it's actually 3 feet. Yep. Perfect. So 3 more of these.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so now we want to cut this cross piece right here. And I just kind of arbitrarily decided that I wanted to go up 4 inches from the bottom of the leg and have the bottom of this cross piece there on each side. So that actually worked out to be about 20.5 inches on the long side of this cross piece. And of course the edges are going to be 10-degree angle cuts as well. Gonna line up, the bottom of this piece is going to line up with these ticks. Putting it about 4 inches off the ground when it's standing up. And I've already pre-drilled pocket holes on each side. So now I just have to glue it and screw it in. I'm not going to over tighten that because I don't want to strip it. So I like to go in with a screwdriver afterwards and just, you can kind of feel how tight it is by hand. There we go. All right, so now put some glue on the ends and center this up. Okay, so now we're going to make the cross piece that goes from the middle of this one over to the middle of the other side.
Yep.
All right, so here's my 33-inch length of wood. I've put pocket holes in each end.
Okay.
And I'm going to basically butt it up against one end here and screw the pocket holes. And then flip it around and do the other side. Okay, now I'm cutting the 5 boards I'm going to use for my top. I'm cutting 2x4s in half, so they're 48 inches long. Okay, so I've lined my 4-foot tabletop boards up and put a little bit of a spacer in between them. And I've evened them up on both sides, and the overhang is going to be about 4.5 inches on each side. So I've drawn a line 4.5 inches on each side. Okay, so now that it's laid down, the leg part is laid down on top of the tabletop in the right spot, we will drive some 2-inch screws through the bottom here.
Okay, so Chris added the 2 support pieces
to keep it from rocking back and forth like that. Now it's like a rock.
Solid as a rock. So it'll be a perfect bar table or work table or prep table for your barbecue.
All right, here's our 2-tiered plant stand for outdoors. You can put by your door outside or on the lawn, or you can put it on a deck.
The end of the driveway would be nice.
Yep, we're going to start to build it here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut the 55-degree angle on the end of my long 8-foot 1x4. And we're using 1x4 pressure-treated lumber or fence post, or fence board, actually, I think it is, to make those side bracket pieces going up. All right, so this is the first long brace piece that we cut, and this is the second going to be shorter brace piece that we cut, so it's going to be cut off here. I know I wanted about 20 inches from this point up to the top of this second brace piece, so I measured it off, and that's roughly 20 inches. And And I use this board here to make sure the feet are flat, using the angles that we cut. And what I'm going to do, and I put just a scrap piece under this wood so it wouldn't fall down. I'm just going to do this. Mark a line there, and mark a line there. Now I'm sure there's more accurate and better ways to do this. And if you have any, please chime in the comment section. But this is a quick and easy, dirty way of doing it. All right, so I measured this line I drew for the angle that's going to be at the top, that meets with the top of the long one with my trusty device here. And now I'm lining it up on my miter saw to get the exact same angle. And then I'll lock it in. Okay, this is the one that's done that we just cut. I'm going to put a B for the bottom end of the leg. And this is the other one we still have to cut. Rather than measuring it, I'm just going to transfer the settings by lining it up. Just draw a little line across there.
Go ahead.
All right, so now we're going to assemble one of these. So it's going to be basically going like that. And I've got my two lines that I drew earlier there. So I'm just going to line this up, make sure I've got the right, I put a B there, so that's the bottom. This is obviously the top. I'll just line this up here and up flush against this edge. And then I will put 4 1 1/4 inch wood screws in here. These are just deck screws. It sits nice.
Nice.
Both these angles sit flush with the ground. Pre-drill a couple holes close to the end because it is going in here, right? So they're not very wide. Okay, now I'm starting to screw in the top brace on one side. So I'll just make sure it's square. And I've got it over here at the edge of the table so that my drill has enough room. And here's my second piece. I've laid it down on its side kind of like this and put the second piece right here so I could line it up. And I'm going to I've got it all lined up with the other board here. I'm just going to put one screw in and then I'll check to make sure it's square.
Right, hon?
Yes.
And Chris is truly not giving himself enough credit. He's very, very good at this stuff.
There. Okay, that's better. So now we've got our frame made. All we need to make now are the two planer pockets. These two ends, these 2 points I made. So there, I'm going to cut 4 of these, 2 for each box, and they're going to look like that. They're going to sit right in here. Then we'll screw them in. All right, so I've cut out my 4 end pieces. There they are. They turned out quite well. All I did was I cut out one to the angle and everything, and then I just lined it up with the piece of wood and drew on the next piece of wood, but always use the same one. Never use like say I cut this one. I always put that one aside and use that same one to measure off all the other ones. Otherwise, if you're off a little bit on each one, you'll be way off at the end. Basically how it's going to be, and we'll put the other one on, and then you just have that last piece that goes up like this. Piece lined up here with the top. I am going to line up this back corner with the back of this piece of wood. And then I'm going to level it off, make sure it's leveled this way. And then I'm going to come over here, do the same thing and level it the other way. That one is definitely level. And that one's in the right place. So I'm going to throw 4 screws in the side here. Going to screw it right to the side of the box. I'm not going to bother pre-drilling holes for this because it's far enough away from the edge that it shouldn't split it. Okay, folks, we have completed.
Here, let me step back. There we go.
Our stand-up planter, the two-tiered planter. Here we go.